Magandang araw sa ating lahat. And for today's topic is how to invest in mutual funds. Ayan. So, mag-share ako ng aking screen. Paano mag-invest sa mutual funds? And understanding mutual fund. All you need to know to start investing. So, I'm Rosalie S. Maneklam, Executive Marketing Director in IMG or International Marketing Group, Financial Literacy Advocate, Licensed Life Insurance Underwriter, and Associate Financial Planner, Registered Financial Planner of the Philippines, and a Financial Coach and a Financial Educator here in IMG Community under Truly Rich Makers team. So sabi nga ni Benjamin Franklin, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So congratulations sa mga nakikinig ngayon sa video na ito. And pwede po kayo mag-take down notes din. Ayan. So investment. Saan ba maganda mag-invest? Sa bangko, sa negosyo, sa real estate, sa stock market, sa mutual funds, healthcare, or sa life insurance. Ayan po. So, lahat po maganda. Alam mo ba kung ano ang dapat unahin? Paano sisimulan? At ano ang tamang mindset sa pag-uumpisa? So, ayan po. And understanding the building blocks of building a solid financial foundation. So, ayan. Like building a house, we have to build a solid financial foundation and dapat alam po natin yung order of priority. So, when we build a strong financial foundation, ano po yung priority? Meron tayong dapat healthcare. Ito ay long-term and short-term. Kasi marami ang namamatay hindi dahil sa wala ng ospital, walang doktor, walang gamot, kundi dahil sa kawalan ng pera. And next din, dapat meron din po tayong income protection or life insurance in case anong mangyari sa breadwinner or sa inaasahan ng pamilya, 'di ba? At yung tagutustos ng pangangailangan ng family. So dapat may i-secure din natin, i-secure natin yung ating sarili. Dapat meron tayong life insurance or para income replacement in case what happened to the breadwinner ng family. And dapat meron din po tayo, i-eliminate din po natin yung utang. So debt management. Kung tayo may utang ngayon, di po ba, dapat maging utang free tayo. Hindi natin sinasabi na bawal mangutang, pero dapat alam din natin pag tayo nangutang, good debt ba yan or bad debt. Good debt is nanghiram ka para puhunan sa negosyo. Bad debt is nangutang ka para sa luho dahil mayroon lang tayong gustong bilhin. Di po ba? So, emergency funds. Dapat meron din tayong emergency funds kasi kalimitan maraming mga emergencies. Ang wala ay yung funds. At kung emergency funds, dapat nakalagay po yan sa savings or sa bonds or sa bank na anytime pwede mong ma-withdraw kapag once na biglang kinailangan. And next is yung investment. Ito yung pinakabubong ng ating bahay financial. So, ayan, merong equities and assets. So, like building a house, we have to build it strong and solid. Mayroong order of priority. And next then, ayan po, why we need to invest. Number one, the rule of money is changing. So, kung before, kapag once gusto natin magpalago ng pera, i-deposit natin sa bank. So, dati po yun, no, 1976. But now, diba, deposit interest rate ay mababa na. Wala ng 1% kapag naglagay ka ngayon ng savings mo doon sa bangko. So, ayan. Next then, lack of financial education. Kahit gaano tayo kalaki kumita, kung hindi natin manage properly yung ating pera at hindi rin natin napapalago, at kung saan investment vehicle, tamang investment vehicle natin ilalagay para masigit na lumago, di ba? So, napakahalaga din ng financial education. In 2018, the average Filipino has a financial quotient of 53%. Survey ng Citibank sa Manila Bulletin noong 2018, according to President Rodrigo Duterte, mandatory financial education for all migrant families shall be pursued along with incentives to encourage entrepreneurship. So maganda rin, maganda maging isa rin tayong entrepreneur. And number 3, people live longer today. Mas sumaba ang buhay natin ngayon. Filipino life expectancy as of 2015, yung men, they're age 69. Diba? For women, age 75. So mas mahaba ang buhay ng mga kababaihan. So dapat napaghandaan natin yung ating retirement kung alam natin na mas sumahaba ang buhay natin. At hindi natin maranasan itong retirement and healthcare crisis na pag nagkasakit, di ba, mahihirapan tayo at mahihirapan din yung ating family dahil walang pampagamot, walang perang pampagamot. So, kailangan, as of now, di ba, we have to plan ahead for our golden years. And number 4, yung high cost of living. So, ito po, many people have difficulty saving for their future needs dahil sa inflation, yung patuloy na pagtaas ng bilihin. Kasi hindi wala namang pababa, 'di ba, sa mga bilihin habang tumatagal, tumataas ang taon, 'di ba? Tumataas din yung yung bilihin. Kung tayo empleyado, ba hindi naman ganoon kabilis na tumaas yung ating sahod. So, pag hindi natatapatan yung ratio na inflation rate, darating yung time mahihirapan tayo pagdating na tayo mag-retire. At karamihan sa mga pamilyang Pilipino ay walang sapat na ipon, kung meron man maliit, pero ang malaki utang. Diba? Kasi nga maraming mga sale, diba, natutukso tayong bumili ng bumili, nakalimutan nating mag-ipon para sa ating sarili. At kung tayo ay bumibili din ng mga pangangailangan natin, sa bawat produkto na ating binibili ay mayroong kinakaltas na tax, mapagamot man niya, mapagamot, di ba? At pati din sa sahod ng mga empleyado, ng mga employee, di ba? Bago makuha yung sahod ay nakakaltasan na rin ng tax. So kung ngayon pa lang nahihirapan na tayo mag-save para sa future natin, paano pag dumating yung time na tayo ay nag-stop working at nag-retire, wala tayong ipon, di ba? So patuloy tayong magtatrabaho kahit na retired na tayo. And why we teach financial literacy? So here in IMG community, our mission is to spread financial literacy to all Filipino families, and our goal is to educate 30 million Filipino families by the year 2030. And this is our book, yung best-selling book, The Secret to Saving and Building Your Future, na tayo ay maging own financial educator sa sarili nating finances. And alam natin how to build, maaral natin paano ba i-build ng tama yung ating financial house. And according to Robert Kiyosaki, di ba, money without financial intelligence is money soon gone. Kahit gaano tayo kalaki, kumita, gaano tayo kasipag, kung ngayon hindi natin properly manage yung ating pera at wala rin tayong simulang investment, pag nag-stop working tayo, diba, mauubos at mauubos din yung ating pinaghirapang pera. Ayan. 2 types of income. Number 1 is active income. Pag nagtrabaho, mayroong sahod. And income from, ito yung income na nanggagaling sa ating pagtatrabaho. Diba? So kapag hindi tayo nagtrabaho, wala tayong kita at wala tayong income. And next, number 2, ito yung passive income. So dapat do not work hard for money. Let your money work hard for you. Dapat tayo din ay maging boss ng ating pera. So alam din natin paano din patrabahuhin yung ating pera. So passive income, yung income keeps coming even if you're not working. And number 2, you stop working and your income continues. So mayroong permanent income na magbibigay sa atin. So saan manggagaling? Interest income from investments from mutual funds, sa mga stocks, sa bonds, at sa long-term healthcare. At sa business, mayroong business si IMG. So meron din po tayo ritong royalty income or sa business na meron ka ngayon. And sa rental income, kung saan mayroon tayong mga properties na pinapaupahan na magbibigay sa atin ng passive income or permanent income. So it is not enough to save money. Grow it through investments. So according to Albert Einstein, learn the power of compounding interest, na kung saan yung 72 constant number i-divide mo sa interest rate equals the number of years to double your money. So correct investments will make money work for you. So dito po sa power of compounding interest, yung example natin sa tatlong investment vehicle na nagbibigay, unang example na yung 100,000 at the age of 29 years old, 100,000 nag-invest at 4% interest. So dito po, 72 divided by 4, money doubles every 18 years. So ilang beses nag-double, di ba? Tatlo. So at the age of 65, yung 100,000 naging 400,000 na. So next investment vehicle, ito naman yung 8% interest per annum ang binibigay sa 100,000 nating in-invest. So dito po, 72 divided by 8 equals 9. Money doubles every 9 years. So 29 years old, 100,000. At the age of 65, yung 100,000 mo, 1.6 million na. Dito, 4 times nag-double yung ating pera. And third example is, ito, yung 100,000 mo, kumikita ng 12% interest sa financial vehicle or sa investment vehicle na pinag-investan mo ng 100,000. So 29 years old, 100,000. At the age of 65, 6.4 million na yung ating pera because of compounding interest. 16 times magdo-double yung ating pera. So napakahalaga po. Dito, mayroon tayong financial education. Alam natin kung saan nilalagay at mayroon po tayong mentor at coach at may community na sinasamahan para kung saan maiga-guide tayo sa investment vehicle at ano yung strategy. So dito po, di ba, it is not enough to save money. We need to grow it through investment. And next, how to make 6 million? So ikaw ba gusto mo magkaroon ng 6 million? So papaano? Number 1, you work. Magtatrabaho ka para magkaroon ng 6 million. So how many years you work to make 6 million? Kung nagsisave ka ng 200,000 per year times 30 years, meron kang 6 million. And pangalawa, yung pera mo, yung patrabahuhin mo habang nagtatrabaho ka, pwede mong katuwang yung pera mo magtrabaho. So dito nag-invest ka ng 12% interest, 100,000 mo per year. After 36 years, meron kang 6.4 million. And next, ito naman, you invest 1,000 per month at 12% interest. After 36 years, meron kang 6.4 million. So how much can you save to achieve your goal? So kung ang goal mo ba ay 3 million after 30 years, ayan, invest ka ng 1,000 at 12% interest. Diba? So after 30 years, meron kang 3.5 million. So kung gusto mo mas higher amount na after 10 years, meron ka na agad 1 million. So ayan po, 5,000 per month at 12% interest. After 10 years, meron kang 1 million. And next, remember, the higher the yield, the higher the risk. Know your risk tolerance. So the best way to reduce risk if you want to invest in the stock market is to invest in mutual funds. So mutual funds, ano po ba yung mutual funds versus dun sa stocks trading? So example nito, gusto mo magpunta sa isang lugar, mamasyal sa isang lugar, or gusto mo pumunta sa Baguio. So ano ba yung gusto mo? Ikaw ba yung driver or ikaw yung passenger? So sa stock market, kung ikaw ay nag-invest sa direct investing, para kang driver na kung saan pag pupunta ka sa destinasyon mo, dapat alam mong magmaneho at alam mo yung rota patungo doon para makarating ka sa destinasyon. So, ganun din sa direct stock investing sa stock market. At kung gusto mo naman maging passenger na kahit matulog ka habang bumabiyahe, ay alam mong makakarating ka doon sa destinasyon mo. So dito ka sa indirect investing, you are a passenger na mayroong mutual funds na mag-i-invest ng iyong pera. So saan ka pa mag-invest? Sa mutual funds, sa PDF, Most 18, or sa long-term care. Ayan po. And next, what's the difference between stock market and mutual funds? Stock market, you invest directly in stocks directly listed and traded on the Philippine Stock Exchange. And number 2, ito yung mutual fund, yung equity na mayroong fund manager, invest with professional money management. So paano ba yung workflow ng isang mutual funds? Ito po, types of mutual funds. So bond funds, conservative. So capital preservation niya is 4% to 6% per annum. So a bond fund is a low risk type of mutual fund that invests mostly in fixed income instruments such as government, securities, and corporate funds. So the main investment objective is capital preservation and reasonable growth. Ang recommended length of stay is short term, 1 to 2 years. And sa balance fund, ayan, ito po yung moderate capital growth at 12% to 15% per annum. So a balance fund is a moderate risk type of mutual fund that invests in a combination of equities, stocks, and fixed income instruments. The allocation varies according to the fund's objective. The main investment objective of the fund is for medium and long-term growth. Recommended length of stay is medium term. So ito po, 3 to 5 years. And yung next is yung stock funds. Ito po yung aggressive capital appreciation is 15% to 18% per annum. So a stock fund is an aggressive type of mutual fund that invests mostly in shares or stocks of corporations. The main investment objective is capital growth and fund appreciation for a long period. Ang recommended length of stay is long-term, 5 years or more. So ito po, ano ba yung risk appetite mo? Andun ka po ba sa sa bond fund, sa balance fund, or doon sa equity fund? So as a member of IMG, our mutual fund company partners, ito po, Rampor Financials, PhilEquity, Philam Asset Management Incorporated, Atram, Sun Life Asset Management, yung Soldivo Funds, at si FAMI. And here, we have this sample scenario. If you have 100 pesos per month to invest, in these scenarios, which one ends up doing better? So scenario 1, ito po yung uptrend, yung price per share is paakyat, pataas ng pataas. And dito po naman sa scenario 2, downtrend, then recover. So scenario 3, ito yung downtrend and did not recover. So titingnan po natin. Sa scenario 1, yung uptrend, pataas ang halaga ng price per share. So yung total shares na meron ka is 42.28. Yung last share price niya is 20 pesos. So times 20 pesos, yung total value is 845.60. Yung total contribution minus yung 600 pesos, yung gain after 6 months is 245.60. So dito, 41% over 6 months or 6.8% per month. Sa scenario 2, na kung saan yung downtrend and naka-recover. Yung total shares is 85.25. Yung last share price niya is 10 pesos. So yung total value is 852.50. Yung total contribution is 600 pesos. So i-less natin yun. Yung gain after 6 months is 252.50. So dito, tumaas 42% over 6 months or 7% every month. Sa scenario 3, na kung saan ito yung downtrend and hindi naka-recover. So yung total shares na nabili is 257.22. So yung last share price niya is 450. Kaya ang total value na nabiling share is 1,157.49. Yung total contributions for 6 months is 600 pesos, less yun. So gain after 6 months is 557.49. So dito, ang kinita is ang percent is 92.9% over 6 months or 15.5% per month. So ito po yung proper investment strategy sa yung money cost averaging. So ito po yung year from yung investing is from first for 10 years, ayan. So net asset value per share sa unang taon is 100. So ito yung constant investing, regular amount ng mga 50,000 at yung regular schedule every year naglalagay. So sa first year, yung net asset value is 100, yung investment is 50,000, and yung total share na nabili for this year is 500. Yung second year, yung price per share is 50, and same amount, 50,000. Yung total amount ng pera sa second year is 100,000 na. Yung nabili ditong share is nasa 1,000 shares. So yung total shares sa 2 taon is 1,500 na. Yung total amount, yung total value is 75,000. 75,000. So negative dito ng 25,000. So negative 25%. Sa third year, yung per share is 25, investment is 50,000. Yung total amount ng pera na na-invest na sa 3 year is 150,000. So, ang total na nabiling share for the third year is 2,000. Ang total shares na sa loob ng 3 taon ay 3,500. At yung total value ng pera ay 87,500. Here, negative ng 62,500. So, negative ng 42%. Sa fourth year, naging 20 ang per share. Ang investment ulit is same as 50,000. So, 200,000 na yung pera. Ang nabiling share dito, dahil mas mababa yung halaga, mas maraming nabili, 2,500. Yung total shares for the fourth year is 6,000 per share na. Ang total value ng amount is 120,000, negative ng 80,000, so negative 40%. So, lose. Number 5, sa fifth year is 25 per share and 20,000 yung pera. And yung total amount na na-invest is 250,000 sa loob ng 5 taon, at ang nabiling share dito is 2,000, and yung total share sa loob ng 5 years ay 8,000. Yung total value is 200,000. Here sa fifth year, negative ng 50,000. So 20%. Sa sixth year, naging 50 ang per share, so 50,000 ang ni-invest. So yung total amount na ng pera is total investment is 300,000. Ang nabiling share dito sa 6th year is 1,000. Yung total shares na for the whole 6 years is 9,000 share. So yung total value niya is 450,000. So dito yung win 150,000 yung kinita. And pang 7th year, 60 per share na yung net asset value per share. Yung total amount ng pera, 350,000, at ang nabiling share dito ay 833. Kasi tumaas na. 833 shares. Ang total share niya for 7 years is 9,833. Yung total value is 590,000. At yung win, meron siyang 240,000 na kinita. Sa 8 years, 65 per share. So 50,000 yung pera, at yung total amount ng pera niya na is 400,000. Ang nabiling share dito ay 769 share. So 10,603 yung kabuuan ng share sa buong 8 taon, at yung total value niya is 689,167. So dito is positive 72% kasi meron siyang 289,167 na kinita. Sa 9th year, merong 70 per share, and yung total amount ng pera dito ay 450,000. Ang nabiling share for this year is 714. Yung total share niya na for the whole 9 year, sa loob ng 9 na taon is 11,317. Ang total value niya na is 792,179. Dito kumita ng 342,179. So, dating sa pang 10 taon, ayan, so kalahating milyon na yung pera, at is 11,942. Yung value ng pera is 955,348. So magkano po yung kinita ng pera? So ayan po, 455,348. So i-compare natin yung one-time investment of 500,000 versus sa money cost averaging. So dito, yung one time 500,000 at 100 per share, so magkano yung nabiling share, di ba? 5,000 shares versus doon sa money cost averaging na constant investing, regular amount, regular schedule. So magkano yung nabili? 11,942 shares. So dapat huwag tumiming, tuloy-tuloy lang, di po ba? So time is a great ally, so hindi po timing. So ayan po pagdating sa investment. So paano ba yung workflow of mutual funds? So tayo as investor, so pools money with fund house, mayroong fund manager na mag-i-invest sa mga blue chips companies, mga securities like stock, bonds, gold, etc. to generate returns and ipapass back sa atin as investors. So kung tayo ay baguhan pagdating sa investment, sa investing, mas maganda dito muna tayo sa mutual funds. So ito po, si Social Security System or CSSS nag-invest din ng 3 billion sa mutual funds. So doon din ini-invest sa mutual funds, 'di ba? Yung mga contribution ng mga members ng SSS. So ano ba yung benefits of investing in mutual funds? Ito po, professional management, merong fund manager na magmamanage na yung investment, potentially higher yung returns, and low capital requirement. So as a member of IMG, automatic, meron ka ng initial investment na 1,000, di ba? Meron ka ng 1,000 initial investment kay mutual funds. And ang good news, for as low as 20 pesos, pwede kang mag-top up or magdagdag sa iyong mutual funds. At ito din po, instant diversification. So yung ating investment ay nakakalat sa iba't ibang mga malalaking company. And safety and transparency. So pag sa member ng IMG, meron kang portal para ma-monitor mo magkano na yung nabili mong share, magkano na yung total value, at magkano yung net asset value per share. At ang kagandahan din, tax exempted. Kaya mas higit nating na-maximize yung ating investment kasi walang binabawas na tax. Di po ba? So ito po, professionally managed, very liquid, diversified, low minimum investment requirement, very transparent, strong track records, safe, secured, gains are tax exempted. So ayan po, gains realized by investors upon redemption of their shares in mutual fund have been excluded from the definition of gross income effective January 1, 1998. So pag gross, di po ba, binabawasan pa ng tax, di po ba? So ito po ang kagandahan and are therefore not subject to personal income tax return. So maganda, mas masarap mag-invest, di po ba? And next then, kapag member ng IMG, di ba yung exclusive benefit number 17 natin, become automatic mutual fund investor. So start your journey to financial freedom by taking a big step in acquiring your first ever mutual fund investment. So as a new member, you become automatic mutual fund investor. So as a new member ng IMG, you are entitled to a 1,000 initial investment in IMG Soldivo Strategic Growth Fund. So ayan po, disclaimer, IMG does not sell mutual funds. All mutual funds are sold by Rampber Financials. So pag member tayo ng IMG, ito po yung mga benefits na meron tayo at yung ating mutual fund account dyan, ito po yung ating Soldivo funds. So mayroon ka tayo, pag new member, mayroon tayong initial investment na 1,000 and for as low as 20 pesos, pwede po tayo magdagdag. Minimum of 1,000, maximum magkano yung halaga na kaya mong i-invest. And ito din po, sa portal din natin, dito din po makikita yung ating statement of account sa ating IMG Soldivo funds. Magkano na ba yung ating shares at magkano yung current na net asset value at magkano na yung total amount ng ating total value ng ating pera. So ayan po, ayan yung ating statement of account sa IMG Soldivo Strategic Growth Fund. So paano magdagdag? Ayan, click lang itong add subscription at kung magkano yung gusto mo idagdag. Ayan, so ayan po, nagsisimula na mag-invest at kung magkano yung target mo, target mong amount na ma-hit mo, So ayan, at kailan. And the high cost of waiting, ito yung kung saan member ng IMG at nag-start na mag-invest, nag-execute, so start saving at age 22, nag-open ng account at 12% a year at nag-invest ng 20,000 a year for 6 years, then stop investing. Ito yung isang scenario na hindi agad nagsimula, nag-start siya mag-save at the age of 24, ginastos muna ang 20,000 sa kung ano-anong bagay, then after nag-open na ng account at 12% a year at nag-invest ng 20,000 a year for 6 years, then stop investing. So ito, yung nag-ipon agad, 'di ba? So at the age of 22, at 20,000, after 6 years, 27 years old, 'di ba? Meron ang total amount paid niya ay 120,000. So nagsisimula ng kumita yung kanyang pera. So from the date na nagsimula siyang mag-invest, kaya at the age of 56 years old, yung total accumulated amount na ng kanyang investment is 4,862,610. And ito naman yung sa isa, 'di ba, na hindi agad din nagsimulang mag-start. So after 6 years pang nagsimula mag-invest, so at the age of 28 siya nag-start, and at the age of 33 ay meron ang total amount paid niya na ay 120,000. So in 6 years. So from the date nag-invest siya at the age of 28 up to doon sa 56 years old, magkano na yung total accumulated amount ng kanyang investment? 2,463,560. So ito po yung the high cost of waiting. Kaya sabi natin, when it comes sa pag-i-invest, time is a great ally na hindi timing. So by age 57, dahil nagsimula na agad unang bata pa nagsimula na mag-invest, meron na siyang 4.8 million. At yung isa, hindi muna nag-procrastinate, hindi muna nagsimula mag-invest. By age 57, diba? So 2.4 million yung kanyang investment. So magkano po yung nawala? So 2.4 million. So same amount ang nilagay at same span of time, pero magkakaiba po ng accumulated na investment pag sa edad ng time na pareho sila ng edad ng 57, pero magkakaiba po yung amount na nakuha. So sabi nga ni Warren Buffett, the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you'll earn. So ang good news dito sa IMG, habang tayo ay nag-i-invest at nagbi-build ng ating solid financial foundation, continuous po yung ating learning para masigit nating malaman paano palalaguin yung ating pera, di po ba? So ayan po. So our campaign is 30 million Filipinos by the year 2030, financial literacy campaign, at kakampi natin, kabaritaan si Miss Corina Sanchez, na sinusulong din yung financial education, yung financial literacy. So as of today, ang na-campaign na nating mga Filipino families worldwide ay 12,908,917. So no more, ayan, pwede niyo pong i-click or i-ano niyo po ito dito sa link na naka-indicate below para mas lalo niyo pa pong ma-maximize din yung kaalaman at may mga mapanood din po kayo ng video. And meron din kung ibibigay na soft copy ng book, The Secret to Saving and Building Your Future. So message nyo lang po ako dito sa Facebook account ko. Ayan, facebook.com Coach Rosalie Maneklang. So thank you sa pakikinig, and sa mga magkikita ulit tayo sa mga susunod pang video na inyo pong mapapakinggan. So thank you and congratulations sa inyong lahat. Ayan, so bye-bye!